Well, as you can see, all of our snow is gone. Probably one of the earliest thaws we've had in March. It's just now I think the 8th today. Usually we're not thawed until mid-April, sometimes the end of April. Got the mulch all cleaned up, ready for a new batch. Fire pit back in business. Grill's been going for the last 3 nights. It is that time, folks. Put most of the ice gear away, put the sled back in its place. All the rods are put away. Got a couple that we still are keeping out with a sonar sled, just in case. It's supposed to get cold again this weekend, some single-digit lows, but it's about time for that beauty to get uncovered and cleaned up and shined up and ready to go. And if we don't get back out on the ice here, we do have possibly one more trick up our sleeve, heading a little further northeast to the Vilas County area. If you know, you know. But yeah, other than that, I'm really digging this early spring we're being teased with. I know it's not going to stick around. I've seen 3 or 4 shots of a rain-snow mix coming in, but the daytime highs still look to be in the 40s, so I'll take that. I know there's 2 or 3 cold nights coming up this following weekend, but there's still plenty of time for that to change. I don't know how I feel about it. How do you feel about it? I know that if it's that in between and we don't completely lose our ice, that I'll be jonesing to drill another hole or 2, so that's probably why we would head over to Eagle River in Vilas County. But if it just stays like this, I don't know. As soon as I can get that boat in, I want to go. Those crappies and bluegills, it only takes 3 or 4, sunny days for those fish to start moving around and thinking about shallow, muddy, warm water on the north side of our lakes. That's a lot of fun too. Until then, it's just a waiting game. We'll see what happens. I am not going to give my thanks everybody for a great season speech just yet. I mean, this has got to be, as you can see, all the snow is almost completely gone. It's got to be one of the earliest thaws I've seen here in the Northwoods. It's literally only March 8th, man. And as you can see, this is what we're dealing with. Bugs are out. I was cleaning my boat out today, and there was actually spiders all over it, soaking up the sun. But you can see there's open water starting to recede. And this is what a lot of our lakes look like. If you get one that's kind of in the woods, covered by canopy, whatever, like pine tree canopy that kind of blocks out the sun, you're going to hold on to it a little bit longer. But other than that, it is going fast. It's like 54 degrees today and bright sun, warm sun. We've had a few of these 50s and even a couple 60s sprinkled in since the end of February, really. And then we got some heavy thunderstorms and rain. So yeah, I don't know. It is supposed to get cold again. This weekend, I think we're going to see lows in the single digits. So I don't know if that shoreline will push back up at all. But when I was out there on Saturday morning, the base was at about 14 inches, and the first 2 or 3 inches were just completely junk ice. So I don't know. We do have an ace in the hole. If we want to scratch that itch and drill a couple more holes and head over to Vilas County, the Eagle River, Conover, Land O'Lakes area. We've got some good crappie lakes up there that we can go check out. But it smells, it feels, and it looks like spring here in northwest Wisco. So we're just going to wait it out, see what happens this weekend, see if our ice pushes back up. If it does, we'll be out, of course. If it doesn't, we may head a little further northeast for one more crappie run. But until then, we're going to enjoy these beautiful spring-like temps, because it doesn't happen too often up here in the Northwoods. I already had the grill. I know a lot of you guys don't put the grill away ever, but we do. So we've had this thing out 3 times already. We usually don't break it out till at least mid to end of April. I don't know, man. I tell you, the older I get, the more and more I'm okay with these early ice outs. I'm not gonna lie. Do I love ice fishing? Absolutely. I mean, that's what prompted me to start Ice Junkies Outdoors way back in 2013. But yeah, this is pretty okay. I'm here for it. Right, got the open water rod out. Heard it's supposed to be 60 degrees again today. It's been nice here for the last 2 weeks. Oh, damn. What the hell happened? It was 50 and 60 degrees for the last 2 weeks here. Yeah, I guess that ain't happening. Time to get the ice gear back out. Shit. Well, here we are, doing our annual cardio month before Mexico, trying to get in a little bit of beach shape, pool shape, if you will. When we started doing this last week, it was 55, 56 degrees, sunny. We had beautiful early spring-like weather, but now, as you can see, we got about 5.5 inches of snow on Monday. That has since melted. It's been like right around 38, 39 degrees the last 2 days with some little bit of sun, so it did a number on the snow. But now we have another winter storm warning in effect for tonight for 3 to 5 inches, and then another one on Sunday for the same 3 to 5. Now everything can change, and I hope it does, but we need some nicer weather so we can get back into shape for Mexico. 27 days and counting. And we've also got the return of winter-like temps too after this storm tonight. It's dragging down some colder air with it. We're supposed to be in the single digits at night. Then this weekend they're talking 0, possibly below 0 for overnight lows for two days. So that could really literally firm our accesses and our shorelines back up very briefly, because there's still between a foot, I would say between 12 and 15 inches of ice on our bases out on our lakes in this little nook here in Northwest Wisco. So I don't know, we lost probably 5 or 6 feet of shoreline. All our accesses were open as well. You got to remember, up here, a lot of our boat ramps and public accesses are sloped. So any precipitation that we get, snow, which we've got, rain, we got some heavy rain, we got some nasty thunderstorms last week. Put down over an inch of rain, followed up by couple 50-degree days. So that does not do well for the ice. As we're coming up on an access here, I'll show you what I mean. Because though I put most of my ice gear away and started getting the open water stuff ready, I do have a couple of rods ready to go still, and I've got my auger and Vex and my little otter sonar sled, which is all I need, because machines are definitely done. Let's take a look at this access right here. See, it's when this is full of snow, because they don't plow it. So it's the snow just piles up here, and people make their own paths with their trucks and machines and whatnot. But you can see it's pretty good pitch all the way down. And it was just like a waterfall all week until we got that snow. And I think it was in the upper 20s, just enough to firm the water that was running down the hills back up and stop it from collecting on the lake. And so far that may have saved our season and give us at least a shot at a few more days of ice fishing next week after that 0 overnight. But you can see this was just somebody trying to walk back out, and it looks like they went swimming. It's not very deep there, it's like 3 foot, but yeah, that's what we're dealing with. We need all of this to either push back up with the cold or just simply get cold enough to make more ice. The base is still fishable, but you can't get out there, so we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? As you can see, Mother Nature allowed us to get back onto our ice. I thought that it might happen. We had a couple of really cold nights. It was down in the low 20s, and it was just cold enough to have our shorelines, most of them anyways, freeze back up and actually push up a little bit. Unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you've heard most of Wisconsin and a lot of Minnesota has a winter storm warning getting ready to happen here in a couple hours. We're actually under a blizzard warning tonight. They're talking maybe up to 2 feet of snow, and the first half of it's going to be that heavy wet stuff. So like you can see my auger behind me, and I guess I should start by saying the shorelines right now, you have maybe 1.5 inches of ice, maybe 1.75 inches. So you've got to tiptoe your way out to the base. And from what I've seen, for the most part, the shorelines are about 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick, about 5-6 feet out. So if you have planks, or if you're a skinny guy, or you're just really brave and maybe you have shallow water and a good float suit, for those 5 or 6 feet, you can get out. The base, you can see behind me, my drill is in the ice. That is right at the bottom of the ice. We've got about a good 10 to 12 inches of ice left. The first 2 inches are very soft. I wouldn't call them honeycomb anymore, but I would just call them soft. So you've got to treat this just like you would any iffy ice. We are out here because we know we're in shallow water right now, and if anything were to happen, I could almost touch, and I have got my float suit and I've got all my safety gear behind us in the otter sled. I chiseled my way out, and again, that shoreline is very, very brittle and thin, but we got out. There's people out behind me. If you are on a north or northeast shoreline, you didn't get as much sun damage when we were super warm for that 1.5 weeks. So there is plenty of ice there. So these guys that have a cabin, or there's a VRBO behind me, they're getting out no problem onto this base. But you do have to use extreme caution. I'm just going to say that, because we are supposed to get up to 2 feet of snow. And once that happens, I myself will probably either head further north, maybe to the Vilas County, Oneida County area where we usually fish at the end of March or early April, or maybe even just pack it up. We've got a vacation coming up, and I'm already in that tropical mode, but of course, we got the long rods out. I needed to get out one more time, at least in my home area. So it is 3 o'clock right now. We're going to fish till dark, which is about 7:30 nowadays. The snow was supposed to start around 6 or 7 o'clock. It's supposed to be very light for the first couple hours, and then they're talking up to 3 inches per hour with maybe even some thunder snow in there. So I think the initial forecast said 16 to 22 inches. But you know how that goes. Could be a little more, could be a lot less. You just never know. We did get snow Monday night, and we got snow on Thursday night. About between the two of them, it was about 8 inches total. It compacted pretty nice because it was a wet snow. So there's about 3 inches of snow on top of whatever ice we have left right now. And it's safe enough to be out here. There are people out here. Machines are not in our neck of the nape, for sure. Do not even attempt that. Yesterday we went out to look at our access, and it was just junk. Somebody had tried to get a machine out. You could tell, you could see right where they broke through. Yeah, don't do that, please. So we're gonna get to fishing. This could be our last video of the year, and with that comes our drawing that we promised everybody for that open water trip that we are going to take. We're going to give away an open water panfish hunt, and hopefully the winner of that will be able to get out with me in either May or August, because those are the 2 best months on this particular lake where we're going to fish. And you've got a shot at pound and a half bluegills, and multiple of them. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to do the drawing, I think, probably right before we come in, because we want to get to fishing right now, and just soak up what could be our last day on the ice. So I will do that drawing here in a few. Stay tuned to see if we get any good hook sets. We're in shallow water. I assume the fish are still up here. They were when we left them here about a week ago, so about 6 to 8 feet. And we got the long rod out. We're just going to use the what was working when we quit fishing was the Scud missile, this custom salmon painted vertical Scud missile from Widowmaker. We're just going to put a couple crushed waxies on there and go to town and see what happens. So yeah, stay tuned. Well, they aren't exactly where we left them last time. They're actually a little bit deeper today. About 15 feet of water seems to be the juice zone. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my biggest one of the day so far. A lot of 8s, a lot of 8 1/4s. This is a pretty tall fish. This is probably gonna go close to 9 1/2, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe. Beautiful fish either way. Been really slow. A lot of, like I said, a lot of small fish coming in big schools, but they're all the same size. This one came in by himself, and it took a little bit of coaxing to get him to go. But it's just starting to flurry here, so I think that storm's getting ready to bear down on us. I don't know how much longer we'll be out here, but we're gonna give it about 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna do the drawing for the open water guided trip. So stay tuned. That's pretty much what we've been getting all day, this size. Starting to get a little bit more aggressive here as the snow's starting to move in and it's getting a little bit darker, but we just got that one that was about 9 1/2, 9 3/4, and a lot of these. So there's nothing wrong with these. These are great eating fish, fun to fight, especially when it could be, you know, our last time out on the ice doing any filming anyways. In our area, we might have to head a little bit further north. We'll see if time allows and what happens, but I wanted to announce the winner of our open water trip. That is gonna be, I mean, we can do it in May and we can do it in August. Those are the 2 hottest months for our bigger gills. If we want to do it in September, that'd be more of a crappie trip. But congratulations, Hunter Rose. And I talked to your dad the other day, so we're gonna get together and hook up and find a time to get you out. And I look forward to fishing with you, man. I heard a lot about you, and if you can get out in May, I don't know when school gets out this year, but May would be perfect. We'll get some really big gills, 1 1/2 pounders, pounders for sure. Otherwise, late July and most of the month of August is really good too. So I'll be getting in touch with you, Hunter. Well, here we are, early Sunday morning. It started snowing flurrying last night at about 6:37. It really started snowing about 9:30ish. And yeah, it was feeling like spring a couple days ago, but I don't know. The back porch I measured 14, looks like about 14 out here. Kind of hard to tell with the wind blowing, but I do believe that will put a cap on our ice season in northwest Wisco if you were under the path of this storm. It's pretty bad. Lots and lots of snow. Oh well, Mexico's in 24 days. Maybe we'll head north. See how much snow they got. Right, good morning. So it is Tuesday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, and this is kind of the aftermath here as everything settled down of the blizzard 2026 up here in the Northwoods. As you can see, I mean, folks, that was all open water. About 6 to even 8 feet out. The island out there was all open water. There was geese and swans out there. But we had 2 nights. I think Sunday night it was -1, and last night we woke up, well, this morning it was -10, and everything has frozen back up. I mean, it don't look pretty right there, the color, but I was down there and it's frozen solid. The only wild card is going to be how much snow is out on that base to where we need to get to for the quality fishing. We can still get fish up on these shallow flats, but the wild card is going to be how much snow is out on that base, weighing it down, and what does it look like out there. And we're going to go find out tomorrow. Ice fishing may not be done yet. I may have been a premature goodbye. But we've got float suits, we've got ropes, we've got all this proper safety equipment. We're going to spud bar our way out tomorrow and check it out. So, yeah, crazy weather. I mean, it's going to be back. I think Friday and Saturday we got back-to-back 60-degree days coming with a south wind. So, but we might go milk out a few more days until then. So stay tuned. We might put some more hook sets on film before we get the boat out. So you never know what's going to happen up here in the Northwoods. Unbelievable. Well, we made it back onto the ice after that fiasco we had, the blizzard of 06. Best update I can give you for the counties of Barron and Polk on the lakes I've checked, and I've only checked 3 of them, 2 in Polk, 1 in Barron. 16 to 18 inches of snow seems to be the norm. That's already started to melt. It's been cold the last 2 days. The last 3 nights have been, 2 have been below 0, 1 has been in single digits. So the shorelines had firmed back up, pushed back up a little, just enough to get back out here. The snow is already starting to fade. There's still well over a foot, but it's warm. It's 44 degrees right now with sun. Only going to get warmer as the week goes on. We're going to be pushing near 70 degrees here on Saturday, which is just amazing. Amazing to think that we could possibly be on ice Saturday morning, at least, when it's 70 degrees outside. So safety, of course, is our #1 concern. I've got the float suit on. I've already drilled my grid. I know how thick the ice is. The ice is about 12 to 13 inches, with the top 3 inches being absolute junk ice, very soft, but there is a layer of good ice underneath that. About 6 to 8 inches of snow cover on the lake, and that's compacting as we speak. A lot of it blew around, which was good because it was so damn windy. They had an estimated wind gust or a reported wind gust of 68 miles an hour during that blizzard up here. So a lot of it blew off. There still is some very, very slushy stuff on the lake. So you've got 6 inches of wet, heavy snow, a thin layer of slush, maybe an inch, inch and a half of slush, some junk ice, and then there's still some fishable ice underneath that. We are in, well, I've got holes drilled as far as shallow as 6 feet of water and as deep as 20 feet of water right now. So we're just kind of working that staircase, and we will keep pushing up that staircase as the sun gets closer to the trees. You know the drill. I mean, we stay out for magic hour. That's when we get most of our good fish, but we're just trying to nickel and dime some stuff together until then. Still would not advise vehicle travel. Definitely no automobiles. I'm not even going to say a UTV, 4x4, a sled. I don't know, man. Maybe the old Wheelcraft I'd feel safe in, or maybe, an airboat. But there's still some very sketchy spots. If you know your lakes, you know what areas were open before it got cold again and before the snow fell, because the snow is definitely covering up all those iffy spots. So it's very important to know your lake. Definitely not the time to go exploring new water. Take that for what it's worth. I know everybody does what they want to do, but that's just my advice, and I've been doing this a long time. So we're going to start fishing. I've got the long rod out. I've got a shorty out, wax worms. I got some plastics in the sled if they're aggressive, but we're going to go give her. I'm glad to be back out. It's beautiful outside, and there's fishable ice. So it was looking pretty bleak there for a little bit, but we're going to get after it. Hooked up. It's not a bad one to start the day. Nothing wrong with that one at all. 9 foot of water seems to be the juice zone. A lot of small, like dinkage fish, 6 and 7 inches, but then there's this one. About 3:30, so we've got another good 3.5 hours to play. We'll take it. Yeah, you guessed it. Back to the old long rod. This totally beats sitting inside. We haven't hit the 10-inch mark today, but I tell you what, these 8.5 to 9.5s are a lot of fun too, especially on the long rod. That's just a solid bucket fish anywhere you go. The program out here today has been, March can be a roller coaster. It can be just a complete feeding frenzy, and it can be tough too. I expected a lot of action today, and we've had a lot of action, only it's not the kind of action where they're just, chasing it up the hole and smoking it and choking it. It's been a bang the basement kind of day. There's definitely a ceiling to how far these fish are willing to come up. It's almost right off the bottom. I'm getting some of the bigger ones to come up to about 3 foot off the bottom to eat. But yeah, it's been tough. It's been banging the basement, stirring up that silt down there and drawing them in. And then it's been a very, very, barely a little coffee shake to get them to eat. We'll see if it picks back up here. They could definitely turn on and get super aggressive at sundown, and I keep forgetting we set the clocks ahead, and yeah, I'm still getting used to that. So we've actually got another hour and a half before it even gets good. lot different in size. Well-built fish, but still no 10s, so I think we're gonna pack her up. I'm getting hungry, I'm getting thirsty. You know what that means, it's old-fashioned time. And I think we're gonna be heading a little bit south. They didn't get as much snow as we did to the south and east of us. So we're gonna go hook up with my good friend Wild Bill Labansky from Panfish Plastics and Lost Boys Outdoors. And we've got a lake over there that's still holding some good ice. Travel conditions aren't as slushy and sloppy over there just because they didn't get the 16 inches of snow that we got. I think they got maybe half of that, if that. So yeah, that's where we're gonna head. Gonna be fishing some shallow water with the long rods, and I think it's supposed to be almost 70 degrees. I saw 68 here, and it's usually a degree or two warmer to the south of us, so should be interesting. That'll probably be the last day that we get out here in this area. I have said that I think twice already, and Mother Nature's made a fool out of me both times, so I won't say that. But look, the bugs are out in full force, the robins are out, the sandhill cranes are back. It's warm, folks, it's warm. But you know, when you can get out, you get out, because that's what we do. If it was unsafe, I wouldn't be out here, plain and simple. So all right, we'll see you on Saturday. Don't shut the video off yet, we've still got another segment coming up. Another solid bucket fish right there. Can't get over the build on some of these fish. I mean, that's only a 9-inch fish, probably, maybe a tad bit bigger. But look at how white he is. Look at how tall. A lot of fun on the schoolie rod. Again, it was warm today. Everything's melted behind me. When we started the day, I don't know if you've noticed, we had snow. There's not much left out here right now. They said it was supposed to be 55. I think it was a little bit warmer. But the program, like I said before, very finicky bite. You're getting 2 or 3 fish to come in at a time, and they're very lethargic. I started out with a long rod. Caught a few, but the schoolie has put the last 3 or 4 fish on top of the ice, so we'll stick with it. Another nice fish. You never know which one of these is going to be the last fish that we pull through the hole before open water. We shall see. Hard to believe it was just -10, -6 back-to-back mornings with 16 inches of snow on the ground, blizzard conditions, and boy, it was 61 degrees today. It's supposed to be 75 tomorrow. Bright sun. She did a number on the snow. Things are happening. That is what is left of the blizzard of 2026. It was a quick hitter. She did a number on us, though. I mean, it was intense, not gonna lie. But we are back to bonfires. It is a beautiful, comfortable 54 degrees right now in the Northwoods at 7 o'clock, or 7:15 to be exact. And We got the grill fired back up. Them coals getting hot. A couple of steaks that we won at the old meat raffle over at the mix-up on Staples Lake. Yeah, that is what is left of the blizzard. Things change quick up here in the Northwoods, and I absolutely love it. It never gets old. Always keeps us on our toes. But all that happened in a matter of, I guess, 4 days, man. From -10, -6 back-to-back nights to 61 today. Calling for 75 tomorrow. Good day today on the ice. We got back on, caught a bunch of big bluegills. We're headed to Wild Bill's tomorrow. Go fish a different lake. That'll be definitely be my last time out as we get ready to go to Mexico. Yeah. Life in the Northwoods. There's my stalker cat. Got this little guy as a stray. Just showed up on our porch last year, pretty hungry. Scrawny looking, pretty beat up. We took him in and nursed him back to health. He's our little buddy. Never thought I was a cat person. Always been a dog guy, but this cat is awesome. Love him. Boy, nature has just come alive with this warmth. Sandhills are back, geese are back in full force. Robins today, I think we counted 10 of them. Deer are out in the field right now. I don't know if you can hear those coyotes in the distance too. That's pretty cool. Good stuff. Good night for a campfire. Well, Wild Bill, we made it out one last day.
We did.
Isn't this weather crazy? It's 75 degrees, the truck said, coming over here.
It's been years since I've been on the ice at 75 degrees. I mean, I got on a sun shirt because I'm worried about getting freaking sunburn out here today. This is just crazy.
And it surprises me that the shorelines are still as decent as they are. And I mean, we drilled a foot of ice, if not more. It's honeycombing, but it's fishable.
Yeah, it's weird how, like, you're a little bit north of me, and your lake is, your bank lines are starting to go, and a lot of lakes by you are starting to go, and this lake is good. Like, all the lakes down here, 40 miles south of you, are all good, still locked up to the shorelines.
I think it's because we got maybe twice the amount of snow you guys got, and with all the runoff, we have a lot of steep accesses, and that all was running off right into the shoreline. So our lakes are pretty much done, man.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty quick here. I think today, hopefully fish cooperate this afternoon, and maybe 1 or 2 times this week, and then I'm getting the boat out.
Yeah, I hear that. So what's the program out here today? Where do you got us?
We're up on a weed flat, and we're going to be right on the break line in about 10 to 12 foot, all the way up to 6 foot. It's a bunch. It's just a big, shallow, kind of gravel flat, mix of mud and gravel with a whole lot of coontail.
Okay.
You know, and the key is to get in and around the greener coontail if you can find some. I just drilled a hole that surprisingly looked like brand new coontail that just came up. It's not, but they move up onto this flat and up onto the shoreline because they will eventually spawn on the shoreline. The very shallow part of the shoreline is a lot of sand and gravel, so it's a great spawning spot. So they'll stage here as they're moving up. It should be a good day.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Well, we're gonna quit the chatter and get to fishing.
Rock on.
Good thing we're keeping them, eh? That's about about the size we're getting. Perfect bucket size for one last fish fry. That seems to be the juice so far today. Just a little 3mm red with white dots, and I got a little bit of a diamond head on it. Basically just one large flat, and we've pre-drilled our grid. I don't know, maybe we got 20, 25 holes, and we're just kind of hopping back and forth. Fish are coming through in droves. So I'm sure you can hear it is nasty windy out. We got 20 to 25 mile-an-hour winds going on with some higher gusts out of the southwest, what's made for really hard filming. I'm going to try to get some hook sets one last time this ice season as we approach sunset, because the winds are supposed to die down, but we've been out here for about an hour and we've already put the smack down to them. We're going to keep some fish here on this last day, since it'll be our last time out for about a month, so until we get the boat back in. But it's been a blast fishing pretty much right underneath the ice. It was too windy for the long rods, so I just went to the schoolie in a little small 3mm with a couple of waxies on it, and that's been the juice. So we'll try to get some hook sets one last time as we close out the ice season. What you got there, Billy? It's not fighting like a... Hey, it's old Walter.
Little baby walleye.
That little cigar. Well, I suppose they're up here.
They're up here eating the bluegills.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's plenty of bugs and panfish up on this flat.
Oh yeah, this isn't the first one I've caught jigging with a regular jig and a wax worm this year.
I'm sure it's not.
The other one's been a little bigger. That's a future taco right there. He's got a couple years yet to go.
Yeah, that's a little stogie.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next. Just a lot of these up here on this flat. But I tell you what, I've had a lot of fun today. We've probably caught over 100 fish, no bullshit. Anywhere from 6 inches all the way up to 9 today, but a lot of these 8-inchers. Perfect for putting in our buckets today. I think we're each going to keep 10 apiece. And I think this is how we're going to end our ice season. Got about another hour left of daylight, and we're going to stick it out in hopes that some crappies move up here. But yeah, it's really weird being out here. 75 degrees right now, a warm southwest wind, and you can just see the heat melting the ice. It's creating like a mirage. It looks like the Predator when it goes camo over the whole lake. It's pretty cool. We're standing, believe it or not, 13 inches of ice. Billy just is drilling over there, and he said there was about 14 or 15 over that way. So still a lot of ice. The shorelines are the problem, and with this kind of heat, it's gonna go quick. But until then, we're gonna indulge in some final hook sets on the ice for 2026. Not a bad meal right there, folks. Num 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 num. Make some good fish tacos.
Good fish, Ryan. What do you got there?
Looks like a better gill. Better gill.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one, buddy. Nice fish. Nice
What
fish.
you banging out over there? Keep it all quiet.
Just banging out some good old fish tacos.
Heck yeah, man. We're gonna have us a good meal.
Oh hell yeah!
Got to salvage and take advantage of the last day. What could be the last day on the ice? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
You might have a couple days left yet.
I might be able to scratch a week out of this yet.
That's got a nice ear tab on it. Big old black ear tab.
Yeah,
We'll take that all day.
Pretty fish. Nothing better. Beautiful day. Gorgeous empty lake to ourselves.
Yeah,
catching us some fish tacos and some good fish.
You know, we started the year together ice fishing. We're going to end it
We are.
ice fishing.
We are.
It's been a pleasure, my friend.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, that don't look like a bluegill, Bill.
No, it's not. It's
Oh.
coming up. It's coming up.
That's a Walter.
That's a way to end.
What did I just say over there? You said it'd be nice to get like a 10-inch bluegill to end our season. I said, how about a 22-inch walleye?
I don't think it's 22, but we're going to go probably 17, 18. What a way. What a way. And I wish I could show you guys, but that was just on a gold drop kick from Clam, and somewhere right there in the corner of his mouth, if we can get his mouth open.
Is the waxy?
No, it's not even a waxy.
Oh, it's the panfish plastic.
Yeah, we got that one on plastics. We don't want him swallowing that. Come on. There you go, right there.
Go figure.
I'll take that to end my ice season.
Let's get a good picture of that one there,
Right
buddy.
there.
Yeah, that's a good way to end a season.
Yeah.
Beautiful fish, man. Pretty colors.
Awesome. Yeah, they're gorgeous in here. Let's let that one. Well, obviously we can't keep it because season's closed.
It's a no-no.
It's a no-no, but
Can't help it when they eat, though.
right?
We're not fishing for them, obviously.
Beautiful fish. Go back down the hole. Come on, buddy. There you go.
Nice little tail wag goodbye. Almost like he's saying, have a great season. Billy, our first bucket dump of the year comes on the last day of ice.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that?
We let too many fish go.
We did.
We're good anglers. We know etiquette.
Right?
Our first bucket dump, folks.
That's a lot of fish tacos, buddy.
Good work, my friend.
Good work.
The next time I fish with you will be probably on the river in your boat, open water.
Yep. Looking forward to chasing some early season pre-spawn perch on the water, and then we'll get after the walleyes.
Probably not too far off in the distant future, but I think you're going to be able to get out at least maybe another couple days.
That's the plan. I'll probably hit her a couple times this week, get out here and just see what's going on with it and have some fun with them and let them go.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun day, man. Thanks for having me out.
Absolutely, buddy.